Boys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be breaking down why getting in shape as a young man is probably the biggest flex you would ever have. Because, guys, coming from the other side of it, being extremely skinny, extremely scrawny, didn't have much going on, lacked confidence, everything, to being on the other side, it really showed me that, like, how everything could change if you really go after your goals. And, guys, I want to break down this video, like, 3 essential keys because every video you guys watch, I want you to get something away with this. I want to just say crap. That's not the point of this. I want you guys to literally get the frameworks to be better because it helped me along my journey, getting in the best shape of my life and how you guys could do the same exact thing. And the biggest thing or epiphanies that you're going to really see once you really get in the best shape of your life, especially as someone who's young, it's not only going to enable more confidence, it's not going to only offer more opportunity for you, but it's going to allow you to take more risk and be your best self. Those 3 things right there is stuff that I see on a day-to-day basis just because your appearance. And it's crazy it sounds and you're going to be like, what the hell? Like, what do you mean appearance? Guys, people judge you regardless of what you do. Like, people are going to make fun of you. People are going to, be dicks. Everyone's going to do it. It's just a matter of what they pick on you. But the biggest thing with being in shape is a lot of people could look at you and just have your immediate thoughts about you. Wow, this guy's disciplined. Wow, this guy has structure. Wow, this guy takes himself seriously. This guy is, consistent with what he does. Wow, this guy has confidence. All this different stuff that you could just see just by the way someone looks. And I think that is the best thing, especially at a young age, is that you get more credibility, you get more authority when you're someone who's young because you've worked so hard on your body, you've worked so hard on your mental state as well, which is a byproduct of getting in good shape as well. But getting in shape literally opens things that you cannot even imagine about yourself because again, I know the epicenter of this is doing it young is that I think it really offers you so much more opportunity to literally take risks, do stuff you wouldn't do before, and to literally go after stuff that makes you happy. Because the biggest thing I struggled with in my journey was that I wasn't confident in my decision making, I wasn't confident in the things I did, and I wasn't confident essentially taking taking consistent action, I guess, is the biggest thing. But on the other side of it, once you really build your body up brick by brick, you get your dream outcome, getting a six-pack, getting ripped, all this different stuff. It's going to enable you to get momentum to do the stuff you couldn't do before. And the biggest thing about doing it young is that you're essentially going to use this momentum and have it spiral so quick. And it's going to go to other parts of your life, relationships, maybe the friends you want to meet, maybe the travels, the experiences, again, the risk taking, everything. Fitness always funnels as the epicenter to whatever you do. And of course, the biggest lesson that I've learned along this journey is that when you get in shape, it's not just the physical results. Like I said, you get indirect stuff. People view you and you're like, holy shit, wow, this guy's disciplined, yada yada, all that stuff I kind of mentioned before. But the biggest thing is about it is the confidence in yourself to really go out and do stuff you never thought you could do before. Lessons that you could probably teach, again, your younger self and where you want to be. And when I talk about this, guys, it's kind of crazy that you could do stuff that you thought was impossible, literally impossible to do. You're like, oh my God, no, I can't do this. I'm not good enough to do this. Or what is this person going to think about me? Used to, be external validation was my biggest thing I struggled with. But now it's now I have people gravitating towards me because I work on myself so much. And that's the biggest thing what fitness teaches you. I think, the earlier you start, the better, honestly, is that you're going to learn so much more about yourself, but you're going to do stuff you couldn't do before. And you're going to actually get the results at I think 2 to 3x the speed because you built your body brick by brick. You did everything you needed to do to essentially get the momentum where you need to go. And when you build the momentum so strong, you build your foundation so strong, is that this literally becomes a part of your identity and you don't have to, do your due diligence to it again. What do I mean by this? Is basically when you know how to eat right, when you know how to train, when you know basically, how to go about this stuff on a day-to-day basis, you really don't even think, you just do. That is a part of your identity. You don't even have to think about it anymore. And the biggest thing is when you want to relay these frameworks down the road, maybe you want to do another lean bulk, maybe when you want to cut, you don't have to, again, spend time figuring out how to do it. You already know how to do it. And what's really cool about, of course, getting in good shape is that you could use these principles in other parts of your life. Relationships, habit building, routine, maybe, your girl, stuff like that. It really funnels to every other part of your life just indirectly. You're not going to be able to see it directly, but the stuff you do is just going to show. For example, guys, getting in shape. In the beginning, you probably don't know how to do much. Okay? That's how everything starts. But as you start to learn new information, new skill sets, you go through hard times, you go through loneliness, you go through insecurities, you go through problem solving skills. you're going to take those skill sets that you learn along the way and apply it to other parts of your life. Like confidence. You show up confidence. That's why you go to the gym. You're going to use that confidence to maybe talk to a girl. Whatever. I'm telling you, it literally gets in a direct correlation. And the biggest thing that, anyone could walk away from this video is that, like, when you do it young, you only, like, increase your, like, credibility by, like, I think by years. I think by, like, 5 years, literally. Because if you're in good shape and you talk to someone way older than you, they'll give you instant respect right away. They'll be like, damn, like, respect. And especially if you're a bigger guy, it's just like, yeah, it's one thing to be big and fat, but, like, when you're big and you're actually in shape, it changes the entire dynamic, because people actually, like, look up to you in that kind of sphere of where you're at. You're like, wow, like, this guy knows what he's doing. 95% of people, if not 99% of people, are fat. So if you're not one of those guys, it's like people put you in, like, a pedestal of your, of where you are. And of course, that degree of, like, being in shape, taking care of himself, being responsible, being accountable, being consistent, all this different stuff. And that is, like, the biggest thing that, like, anyone could take away is just, like, you guys are going to be, like, you're going to be seen as this figure that, like, like, wow, like, this guy has it down. This guy knows what he's doing. And when you could funnel that energy, that, like, momentum towards you, you get, like, I want to say an aura, but, like, you get, like, your confidence way up. You do things you wouldn't do before, and you really start to, like, really face your fears essentially at, like, direct. And this is the biggest thing I'm going through right now that I hope that everyone can see, is that, like, my biggest fears, again, of doing something, I used to go like this. So, like, or, I try to go, like, around it, not through it. If I know you guys know what I'm saying, but instead of, like, going around it and kind of, like, spending more time doing it, so maybe, like, I don't want to post on social media, I want this person to find out, I don't, I'm scared what they're going to say. I'd go around it and then I go. But when you can go straight forward and just conquer it right away, and then just not even think about it and just do, that is, like, that's huge, guys. That's a game changer. And when you take that kind of principle and just your self-esteem, your confidence, your ability to do it, it changes everything. And I think that is, like, again, one of the biggest thing I started learning on this, this process of getting in the best shape of my life, is that, like, getting in good shape is probably the most important skill set I think you could ever do in your life. Of course, financially, of course, good health actually comes as a byproduct of good shape. But guys, the way you look, the way you feel every single day is all about your fitness. Every single person in the world has to work out. Obviously, like, most people don't because they're lazy, but most people who want to live longer have to work out. Everyone has to eat food. So when you get this stuff down, you master it right now. It doesn't really, it doesn't really matter. You're just buying yourself time back in the future, because there's going to be a point where, knock on wood, like, nothing happens to anyone, but, like, you're going to get sick, you're going to get, diseases and all this stuff. But if you get this stuff controlled right now, if you got it hammered, it's built into your foundation, it's built to your identity, and you really don't have to think twice about it. Sorry, guys, that actually cut out. But yeah, you're not going to be able to have to think twice about it. And that's the biggest thing. Like, buy back your time in the future and get the skill sets now. And guys, fitness is literally just, like, everything you want in the future. I'm telling you, like, it just changes your perspective on everything. And I think, like, I just, like, I wish starting, like, I'm at 8 years. This took me a while to get to the point I'm at. And I just did everything wrong. I'm always transparent about my journey, as you guys see in my thumbnails, my pictures. Like, it was a long journey. I just wish I had someone just tell me just a different point of view of how you would feel on a day-to-day basis. I see all this, like, flashy stuff online, and I'm like, dude, like, I just literally just want someone to put up their phone and talk and just tell me, like, how it feels on the other side of it. Because I was on this side, I got myself to this side, and I wish someone kind of showed me the in-between of, like, why should I push, or why should I be doing this stuff at a young age? And I'm telling you, just doing it at a young age and getting in the best shape is literally going to solve most of your problems. It's going to give you the life you want, because you're going to just, again, your lifestyle is going to be dependent on fitness. You're going to just be more active. You're going to eat healthy. You're going to attract the right people. You're going to have good habits. You're going to have good routines. Like, everything stems from it. And I think that is, like, the biggest epiphany I've really realized on this journey, because, like, you become desensitized to the stuff you do every single day. Like, for me, like, I just think, like, eating healthy is normal. But to other people, that's not normal. But again, like, it took me so long to get to this point. So again, guys, like, if you're anywhere along your journey right now of trying to get in good shape, you're starting, you don't know what to start, or you're like, you've been in the trenches, like, guys, I've been every step of the way. I'm telling you, I believe in you guys. Like it took me so long to get to this point. Again, like I said, I'm like 8 years, and I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't follow anyone. I thought I was, smartest guy in the room, which everyone knows, like, you should always be a student. Like, you're never going to be a teacher. You're always going to be learning and growing. And I'm telling you, like, if there's anyone who's like thinking about quitting or just giving up, I'm telling you, don't like. There's gonna be a point where everything breaks, so you're gonna get it. It's gonna start clicking. Everything's just gonna be like, damn, like now I see it from like this lens. And once you get it from that viewpoint, and once you really start to like put the time and you put the reps in, you start getting that like those results stacking. Guys, momentum's crazy. Like going like this, it's insane. So I believe in you. I'm telling you, like, please stick with it. It will be the best decision you ever do in your life. Just getting in good shape. And like, especially as a young guy, if you're like someone who's starting out and you just like, you don't know like if you should quit or not. Obviously, you don't want to quit, but like it gets frustrating. It's a cycle. You go highs and lows. I'm telling you, like the more character, the more grit you put into it in the beginning, the more you're gonna build yourself into the future. Because guys, the worst thing would be was essentially you make all this progress, you stop. 5 years later, you got to go back again and kind of redo the cycle. I've seen so many people. I've talked to so many people. Guys, don't do that. It's just like when you get older, you're gonna have less energy. You're not gonna want to do it, and it just honestly sucks. Like it's like mental masturbation. You were halfway there, and now you got to restart, go all the way up to here, halfway, and then actually get. It sucks. Don't do it that way. I'm telling you, stick with it. So, boys, I hope this video just gave you a new perspective. I'm telling you, it's the best thing you'll ever do in your life. Everything in your life gets better. The girls you meet, because you're just in good shape. The relationships, the confidence, maybe if you have past insecurities like myself, that was something I overcame. All this different stuff, girl. Guys, I'm telling you, I believe in you. All we have to do is keep working, keep pushing. So, guys, thanks for checking out the channel. Thanks for watching this video. If there's any question or comments you guys have, please leave it down below. And if I could really help, trust me, I'm always there for you, boys. So just let me know, and we'll get to it.